The Country Music Bowl. Number 10, Tennessee at Vanderbilt at 7:30 p.m. on SEC Network. Could this be upset alert? I mean, Vandy has won 2 conference games in a row since their last conference win in 2019. Tennessee just got the brakes beat off them by a 6-3 middle-of-the-road South Carolina team. Plus, they lost Hendon Hooker. And I just want to say this about Hendon Hooker. When I saw that injury happen, I was really hoping it wasn't an ACL tear. Unfortunately, it was. Hendon Hooker is out for the season, and I really hate that for him because Hendon Hooker is a stand-up guy. He loves the sport. He's one of the reasons the sport is so great, and I really hate that for him. Hendon Hooker is the man. I hate that he's a Vol. You know, he wears a terrible shade of orange, but either way, I like the guy a lot. Stand-up guy, awesome. I hate that happened for him, and here at TBD Sportscast, we'll be praying for a quick and speedy recovery. We hope this does not affect his draft stock. And we just, we're praying for that. So Hendon Hooker is out, though, for the rest of the season. Now, Milton is good, but he's not Hooker. This could be a game of disaster for Tennessee. Or do they bounce back? The spread is Tennessee at -14. With no Hendon Hooker, I think that's a little generous, especially the way that Vandy's been playing. The implications in this game, well, there's not any playoff implications. 2-loss team. There's no SEC championship implications because Georgia and LSU already have that locked up. So obviously they're out of playoff contention, out of championship contention. And Vandy is too, duh. This game is just for bragging rights. Tennessee aiming for a 10-win season, which is definitely within their grasp. And Vandy looking for that sweet, sweet victory of a 3rd conference win in a row against the number 10 team in the country. I'm sure they'd love to have that. What does it come down to? Honestly, luck. Nah, it's not. It's just whichever team decides to show up. We've seen a lot of bad come from Vandy, and we've also seen a lot of good coming from Vandy. They're hot right now. We have seen a lot of good come from Tennessee. We are seeing a lot of bad coming from them right now. So honestly, which team's hot? I would have a hard time going with Vandy. Because, Josh Heupel's a good coach in Tennessee. They're still a good football team, and I think Milton's a good backup. So I'm not going to lie to you. I just got to, I'm just going to do it. I got to go with Vanderbilt to beat Tennessee at home, baby. Commodores at home, beating Tennessee. I told y'all, record be darned. I got y'all with the Uno reverse again. I got to go with Vandy on this one. I just think they're hot right now. I think that they have what it takes. Who knows? Tennessee could come out and smoke them by like 30. I would not be surprised by that because that's just Vandy for you. But think about this too. If Vandy wins this game, they're bowl eligible. So I said it 2 weeks ago. I said they got to get past Florida and they got to get past Tennessee. Well, guess what? They got past Florida. Now they just got to get past Tennessee. Without Hendon Hooker, this is what they've been dreaming of. They can do this. I firmly believe that they can do this. They beat Kentucky on the road, which Georgia proved is a tough environment to play in, and it was, really cold and rainy and windy. And then they beat Florida at home last week by a touchdown. I think this is going to be a close game. I don't think Tennessee wins this by 14. I think Vanderbilt wins it by 3. I think they win on a late field goal. That's my prediction. I'm confident in it. I'm confident in the Doors. I think they'll get it done. Isaac, who you got?
Well, Mason, first of all, let me just apologize to the listeners because you hit them with the Uno reverse not once but twice. I'm just kidding. So I think this will be a good one, man. I think Vandy has a good shot to play it close. I don't like the spread. I think 14 is way too high for Tennessee. Vanderbilt coming off, back-to-back conference wins, big win against Kentucky, and then a big win against Florida. And we can all say, well, Florida's having a rebuilding year, but the fact of the matter is that Vanderbilt has been mid for several years now. Hadn't won a conference game in almost 3 seasons up until they played Kentucky weekend before last. So with that being said, I think Vanderbilt's on a good run right now, and that's why I'm also going to go with the Tennessee Volunteers to get the win in Nashville. I think they'll probably pull it off, but I don't think they'll cover the spread. I like them by a field goal or a touchdown at most. It will not be double digits. I think the Volunteers will be able to squeak it out, but Vanderbilt, I think, will give them a run for everything they're worth and make them prove they're a top 10 team, which sounds bad playing Vandy, but That's just the way I see it, given that Hendon Hooker is out and that this year is not actually Tennessee's year, despite contrary to popular belief.
Yeah, and Joey is picking Tennessee, but I gotta say, look, I picked Florida over Vandy last week. I'm not doing that again. I'm picking Vandy this week. So look, I'm gonna pick Vandy. The last time I picked Vandy, I think I picked them to beat Wake Forest. That obviously did not happen. I think it would have happened now, but I think like you said, no matter what, Vandy's gonna give Tennessee a run for their money. But I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee won by like 30. But I also wouldn't be surprised if Vandy won. It's an interesting week in college football. So, yeah.